Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Last time we ended the stream by finishing up this fight and then the game just sort of hung on the loading screen. So eventually had to just force close the game because it didn't correctly load into the next area. Upon reloading the game, we were back at the beginning of this fight. So I'm hoping this time we'll win this fight and it will correctly load back into the game. But I guess we'll see. If not, I'm not sure what we do. But here we are. If I recall, this was a group of pirates that we've been chasing down for a couple of fights. And they've been successfully avoiding us taking on their leader. Whatever is incorrectly stuck or has been incorrectly stuck has been fixed now. So let's try this battle again. For the third time.
Going down. Fire the last batteries. Set the course.
Okay. Managed to take them out. I think we might have done that last time as well. Then we shifted over a tiny bit. We were still not within range to make the shot. Yeah. So we ended up just launching our fighters and calling it good enough. Actually, I had rotated them. Not that it matters overly much, but it was a minor change. They might be close enough to shoot at us. Which would be a shame, because last time they couldn't. Are they going to successfully kill that ship this turn? Yeah, so they are able to get some shots off. That's a shame. Alright. Oh, and I do remember reading, someone said something about turning off pause on load or something. Pause on loading screen. Let's turn that off. Pause on trap is good. I want to keep that. Okay. Save that. Now here, we want to do that so we get a better directionality. Okay, that does get you within this shot range.
This one's going down.
Doing basically no damage.
Bleed.
Perfect.
Onward.
Sadly, no one else within range. Possibly could have killed them with that and then had this gun to fire there. That would have been the smarter choice. But oh well.
Unleash up.
And you're within range. Damage will go to their shields, which I guess is fine. Oh, it did do damage through anyway. Perfect. You can get over here. That's what we're looking for. And I can do the same thing. Have you go there. Let's see. They've taken a bunch of damage to their shields on this side, though, so it would make more sense to go there instead. Fire where their shields are gone. Oh, left them at 5 hit points. And then go in front to block them, because it's funny. And good strategy. Because, yeah, they're only able to get a couple of guns in play when they're all jammed up. It's silly, though, from a gameplay perspective that we can actually stop this giant Corvette from doing what it needs, like maneuvering around the battlefield by just parking a couple of interceptors in the way. But whatever, I don't make the rules.
This one's going down.
Particularly because they're capable of ramming, like they've got the front of the ship is designed for ramming. You would think they would be willing to just push forward through the little interceptors. Now here's hoping. Hey, that's much faster. There we go. Huzzah. So yeah, I don't even remember what we were working on. But we dealt with the pirates. We do have unidentified ruins on this planet. I know we were going around checking out all of the rumors that we hadn't explored. So let's continue doing that, I suppose. This team's probably fine. No, we've been here before. Yeah, this is where we did all of that. I remember that, so... Is it just still referred to as unidentified ruins even though we've been here? Okay. Then probably whatever rumors we were dealing in that area was just the pirates. So I'd have to go back to my bridge to verify that. Oh, let's do the repairs though. There we go. Not the bridge. I should have gone to the map. It's fine. We can go to the map from here. So presumably that pirate that we fought, we didn't take out the main pirate, so they're still somewhere. And I'm sure we've got another rumor about where they're at, so we could chase them down farther again. Yeah, so there's no rumors in this current system. Loathsome Discovery is up there. What are you? Sickening sight unfolds as hundreds of ungodly mutants wander in an enclosed encampment. Right. We wakened the prism, it gave us directions to Namar 4. So we'll want to go back up there at some point. But we are also on our way down here to check out these systems. So that's only a couple of jumps away. Particularly if we take this risky jump. That's the one to deal with the main quest. With the other rogue trader who's just on a hunt. Yep, we've read that one before. Game should auto do that. I think that loaded faster than normal, which would mean the cache is slower than actual work. Maybe. Let's make this safer. And then head up there. Cool, no events. So on a lava world, we have something going down. So, presumably you. No, it's going to be this arid point, or this arid world. Huh. Thought the rumor said something about a lava world. Maybe I'm just misremembering. We could mine for phlogiston or steel, plasteel. We could use more phlogiston. It's not a great amount, but we do have 19 extractiums, so I think I'm going to. Just to get a little bit more. We don't need the plasteel. Let's check out this event. The homunculus prism that had been kept aboard the ship has activated again. Augurs detect another Drukhari beacon. Only this time, the dark artifact from the homunculus's laboratory establishes connection with it as soon as the ship enters orbit. The prism shows the next set of coordinates, but the beacon on the planet's surface continues emitting its sinister signal. You can send a scout team out to the beacon, or ready the ship's weapons and destroy the beacon and the enclosure from orbit. Let's send scouts to the beacon, see what we can determine, rather than just destroying it from orbit. This time around, the scene the scouts face is no less loathsome than the last. Hundreds of those who were undoubtedly at some point humans are lined up in a chain of bizarre geometric shapes, their bodies fused with each other at the hands and the feet, swinging steadily, unable to fall. Tortured whales break through sewn lips, and burned out eye sockets gape outward from mutilated faces. Do we bring the beacon to the ship? I think so, because ultimately we could just destroy it, but there's got to be similar things elsewhere. And finding the whole chain of whatever's going on here so we can destroy it all makes more sense than just destroying the heresy here and moving on. Anything we can discover about what's going on helps us deal with all of it rather than just this one location. So bring the beacon to the ship, and then hopefully afterwards we burn the ungodly place. The removal of the beacon from its platform leads to a grotesque spectacle, as if the beacon had sent a signal. Unseen devices within the mutants activate sequentially, burning out each mutant's innards with a scarlet glow. One after the other, continuing down the chain, the poor souls' bodies slowly smolder and turn to ash. Well, we probably didn't want that being done by xeno artifacts, but the end result is the same. We would have burned them, because whatever heresy was going on here, we would have destroyed. So it's fine, I guess. But we got a new location check out for this chain, which is probably here. Path of Revulsion, yeah. We could just keep following this along. Or we could deal with all of these that I keep wanting to get back to. There's not really a fast way. I could make this safer. And then we're nearly there. Sure. I do like that when we make a path safer, it stays that way. So that we don't... It's not just a one time I've made it safer and the next time it's still dangerous. That's a nice bit of convenience so that we can make routes that we want to use. Lord Captain, the Asteroid Choir has received word about a pirate fleet that is preparing to attack one of our richest extractiums. I believe it's the thugs from the elusive Contempt again. Their next target is one of the planets in the silence of Mer Sergit. Okay. So that's down here, which I don't have a fast way to get to, but I do want to keep taking on these pirates, particularly if they are in process of taking out or taking our resources. So from here, we could jump down to here, which is then a single jump up to there. A little bit of a convoluted path, but it's fine. Let's see. Yeah, I think we've read that one as well. I do like that there are so many events that happen when you're jumping through the warp, but there aren't enough. And maybe the game assumed that I would be making more paths safe, so we wouldn't see them that often. Certainly I should when I have 48 Navigator's Insight, but at least the first act of the game, we didn't have enough insight to make all the paths safe. And now I'm just used to traveling on unsafe paths. A warp breach. Ungodly fiends spreading sorcerous disease walk the lower decks, gathering a cohort of infected voidsmen. If no measures are taken immediately, the entire bay could be turned into a den of heresy. Yeah, we've done this a bunch of times where we just go down and destroy them, or we could give up some cargo. I think rather than us facing them again, this is like the third or fourth time we've gotten this event, we'll just pay the holy gifts. Blessed by holy gifts, the God Emperor's loyal servants will battle his enemies without any fear or doubt. Blessed relics instill the souls of the voidsmen with such faith that there was no room for fear or doubt. It may have taken a staggering number of casualties to prevail over the enemy, but the sacrifice was not in vain. Meanwhile, it's like, we could fight them easily enough, our 6 people, and easily win, but instead, I'm not really feeling up to it. The rest of you go fight. Here's some holy relics. A lot of you will die. Alright, let's take on these pirates again. We'll save beforehand, just in case something goes wrong with the saving system. Can we finally catch out this pirate leader this time? Seals of Contempt's captain contacts you. You can hear notes of disdain and mockery in his voice. Playtime is over, and he's sure he's going to come out on top. After the rogue trader's death, the Von Valencia's protectorate will become his playground, where he'll claim plenty of booty before someone dares to hunt him again. The bridge officers report the elusive Contempt is preparing for battle. It's time for the elusive Contempt to pay for its insolence to battle. It's actually preparing for battle this time, not just jumping. That's good. Because I'm assuming we can take them without much difficulty. I just need them to not run before we have the chance.
Order to the crew. Deliver me victory.
Yeah, elusive Contempt is part of the turn order. They've got 380 health, which is significant. Big ship. That's taking up 8 squares. I'm assuming that means they've got good shields and good armor as well, equivalent to the size of the ship. Well, goodbye to whichever ship of mine that was. Okay. They're able to send out 2 sets of interceptors? Huh. Yeah, your shields are a lot. Okay, let's start out by giving a weak spot to you. The front. Okay, I can work with that. It's thinking that's going to be targeting the side. There we go, that's targeting the front.
Fire the lance batteries! This one's going down.
Okay. The shields are nearly down. If I turned, I could then hit here. I mean, that did some damage. I'm tempted to use Imperium Storm. I think I shall. Now, is there any way I can bring this into play? I can shoot this guy with it. Yeah, I think that's probably the best I can pull off there. Before I move, let's send out... No, don't move. Before I move, we'll send out... From here. Thank you.
Torpedoes!
Those are not torpedoes. I know you're a little confused. Those are fighters.
Leave the hull strewn across the stars.
Let's do a warp wave on you. I could use it on you. Let's try taking out some of these smaller ships. Cool, you're facing the wrong way. That's ideal. Yeah.
Onward.
Then we'll go here. So we're kind of away from most of them. And hopefully you can't easily chase us down. Yeah, something like that. Let's have you shoot here. Again, their weakness is the front. That's claiming that's not attacking the front. Okay, if I put you there, that's attacking the front. And if I'm lucky, you'll be blocking their path and they won't be able to continue forward. Because it'd be funny. Haha! Waiting to see if the elusive contempt basically skips their turn. Oh, we are taking damage. A couple of powerful hits, but yes, the elusive contempt skipped their turn because of those fighters in the way. Fantastic. Unfortunately, I have no means to really get in front of them again to get more shots off. Let's take a couple of shots on you, since you're here.
Fire right now!
Not quite a kill yet.
Fire the launch batteries!
Oh, come on. If I strafed, I would be within range to shoot them with these guns onto their side. They still have max shields there, which doesn't fill me with a ton of happiness. And if I shifted, then I don't know if I would still be in a position to turn around and get you with my main gun. I think I'm going to try it. I think it'll probably be fine. So we'll shift there. The ionic blast should take out shields better. Which I think is probably the right call.
Another salvo!
The enemy shield is down. Show no mercy. One needs to counterattack.
Perfect.
Set the course. Bleed them! Unleash!
And then attack again. I think that's about as good as we're gonna do. Oh, I still need to move forward. I guess go there. And I really should have, at some point, gotten shield options to improve our shields. We do have this restart shields that I should look into at some point if we start taking too much damage. I don't like that the side with my lowest shields is the side facing him. That's probably not great. But also, I don't think he'll have a lot of guns that can fire behind him. Hopefully. About putting you here because he has no shields there and that's his weak side. You think you're attacking the back of the ship from here? I strongly disagree. I very strongly disagree. What? Okay. Wait, you can't attack him. Why? Target is too far. No? Not sure what all went wrong there. The game seemed to be thinking I was trying to attack the back of the ship and didn't have room to. Which is just not how that works. Alright, we are taking very bad amounts of damage.
Flesh and marrow!
Not sure if we're going to win this one. Not really sure what I've done wrong. Such that we...
This world of plasteel and iron is falling into oblivion.
Yeah. But maybe hold off on this mission for a while. Because our ship is apparently not leveled up enough for this. Yeah, we're at 9 hit points left. And they've gotten their shields fully back. Hmm. Hmm. Stored at the start of the flagship's next turn. Rewriting the power from the shield reduces our speed by 3 and firing range by 2 for its next turn. Okay. Let's take out your shields. At least some. That did basically nothing.
Fire the last batteries.
I'm not going to be able to get this gun on him. On the other hand, maybe I could. If I did... I was going to say swing run, but I guess not. We can use this. Get a couple more strikes out there. Now that's still not going to do it. But if I shifted... If I shifted, then did the swing run, maybe I'd be in a position where I could get my main gun. But it's probably not going to do enough. That I healed somehow. I was down to 9 health. What ability healed me? I'd love to get this gun on someone as well. If I did curve around instead, so we don't shift. I would be able to get my primary gun on some of them. But I would be directly in front of them, which is not ideal. Although, if I was over here, then they would be on the left side of my ship. No. I'd be facing that way. No. So, let's give it a shot regardless. So if I went here, are you within that arc? You are. So let's take a shot on you as we're passing by. That did basically nothing.
Another salvo!
Better. Yes, there's no way I'm getting pointed back at them. But I could go here and then shoot you.
Bleed them!
Still not a kill. Let's drop you over there to help out with this fight. And I think I will jump forward. To get farther away from that fight. And let's restart our shields. I think that's the best we're going to pull off here. Now, are you allowed to shoot them? Yes. Now you're close enough, even though neither of you have moved. Well, no, you can attack them. But yeah, if I put you here... No, you're still too far away to shoot them. What does that even mean? Now you can shoot them. I think for some reason it's trying to target the back of the ship. Which doesn't make any sense to me. But it forces us to be targeting... Well, now it is showing that it's targeting the side, but we're not going to get through those shields. Probably better to focus on some of these other ships whose shields are farther down. Because we need to take out some of these side ships, if possible. Well, that was that. You... Yeah, 117, that's just not going to happen. Could possibly take out them or these guys. They're the bigger threat to my main ship. So let's head down here. See if we can take you out. Oh, did not need that kind of damage on my ship. I think this is where we die.
We are vulnerable. Not our aid.
Yep, we have no shields on that side. There it is. I think this is our first loss of a space battle. And I think our ship just isn't strong enough to handle them. Not sure if we could do anything significantly different to have a major difference in how that battle played out. They just do way more damage and have way more armor than we do. Oh, are you worried that the load is failing again? Yeah. Yeah. Not liking this slow load. Alright, so I'm inclined to ignore that space battle for a while. So we'll load our quick save beforehand, because I just don't think I'm in a position where I can do any major differences in that fight and win. I just think I need to level up my ship more. And I'm assuming we have a rumor here that we can come take care of at a later point. So you guys have fun plundering my territory. I don't really feel like going all the way up there from here. So let's just head down here. Spoils of Prudence. Do we have a specific location to check out for you? Spoils of Prudence. Curiosity Merchant mentioned an explorer tech priest he had known but lost contact with who owned a cyber beast equipped with an unusual protocol in the system's speculo. So here. Alright, let's travel down there and then over. Probably here. Auger's Anomaly, Abandoned Camp. Yeah, those are already explored. It's got to be here. Okay, so we have already explored the Auger's Anomaly. Let's explore the Abandoned Camp. Oh, it's just this. Fortification protocol for a Servo Skull Swarm, which we don't have. Gives it some bonuses. Alright. Ship's augers have detected an exploratory base set up in the middle of the jungle. Enforcers sent to scout the area have returned and are reporting that the camp was completely deserted. The only tech priest they encountered was found dead on the edge of a strange abyss that had split the planet's surface. Judging by the notes he left behind at the camp, he had pushed all his companions into the abyss, one after another, and remained forever motionless at the brink, waiting for tidings. As the tech priest fell into a deathly trance, his servo skulls guarded him until the end, but could not save their master from dehydration. Okay, so he went crazy. Oh well, we got the item in question. That's the Eye of the Magnetic Storm, which I'm sure we still don't have the augers we need to explore it. So let's head back to here, and then we can jump down to these systems. It's interesting that there isn't a quick way to get between these. We're gonna have to go up and around. Feels like those should be connected, but they're not. We took some damage. Clan servicing the void ship's Ray petitioned Lord Captain for aid. Compartments were becoming overrun with fungal corruption. Yep. So before we get into another space battle, we'll want to heal ourselves up, which I suppose we can do just right now. We do have a bunch of scrap. Probably can increase our hull again. 860. Maybe not. Maybe. We'd have to downgrade our RAM a bunch. Okay, if we get rid of our RAM entirely, we can upgrade our hull to be even better. And then 860 again for the next level. Huh. Oh, no, we've already achieved maximum level. Okay. So our hull is as strong as it can be. We really need to boost our shields even better, based on that last fight. Do we have any better shields? 70 points, 95, 80, 80. No, 120. I mean, we could get something that's 95, but doubled against blast attacks. I don't know what counts as blast attacks. Okay. So this is Unholy Plunder. In an attempt to purchase her pardon, the heretic and pirate Riza gave the rogue trader the coordinates of one of her caches containing her ill-gotten gains. The Lord Captain had best requisition the plundered goods before other pirates discover them. Right, I remember that. When she tried to buy off her safety and we just killed her anyway. Probably you. Probably a trap. Could be. It's not super clear just looking at these, what we have explored and what we haven't. Like, have I been to this drifting void ship? I have no idea. Even following the coordinates given by Riza, you barely managed to find the carefully hidden cache. A dilapidated statue of the Emperor stands among the ruins of a long-dead colony. At its base is a disguised passage to the cache. A cargo of sacred relics of the Imperium is found inside. Let's confiscate the cargo and leave the planet. So just 2 sets of holy gifts. And a Cape of Reckoning. It is impossible to tell to whom the relics belonged before they were stolen by the pirates. Now these relics are yours. Among the loot, you find a cloak adorned with crimson lining, apparently once belonging to a member of the Adeptus Arbites. Requires dogmatic votary. Easy. Every time an enemy hits the wearer, or the wearer gains a plus 5% bonus to ranged attack damage against that enemy. Against demons or xenos, this bonus is multiplied by the wearer's dogmatic rank. That's not bad. Only really helps with ranged attackers who are getting hit often, which is not really anyone. Our ranged attackers don't often get hit. Dr. Anthar examines the cloak with great reverence and reveals that it belonged to Arbitrator Veer, one of the most esteemed servants of the Lex Imperialis. Solomon adds that he knows of Vir, as he served on Port Wander, where the Proctor himself is from. This unusual posthumous encounter fills Solomon with an almost religious enthusiasm. Well, I'm fine with giving you the cloak, Solomon. Since you're currently not wearing one, you can wear his cloak. Looks nice. I approve. And let's head back out. And it wasn't a trap. Oversized asteroid. Coursers from different decks of the Von Valentius vessel report a terrifying sight. The skin of some crew members has become translucent. Yep, we read that one as well. Oh, I didn't read what mission this was. But you're the thing that's not explored yet, so let's explore you. The deepest tunnels. The gigantic asteroid surface is densely sown with craters and pits leading into deep caves. Augurs indicate the asteroid consists of layers characterized by strange heterogeneity. There's a word I don't know. There is a high probability of finding valuable resources inside the stone. They can be extracted by sending an exploration team deep into the tangled tunnels. Send an exploration team equipped with drilling apparatus to the asteroid, or the Lord Captain decides that the potential reward is not worth the team's labors and gives the orders to leave the asteroid belt. No, definitely try and extract what you can find. With the help of the massive drill, the exploration team penetrates into the cavernous depths. The squad reports that their auspex have detected meager reserves of a substance used in the synthesis of plasteel in the rock. Their excavation will take time and a significant effort. Oh yay, plasteel. So important. Order the squad to ignore these paltry deposits and move on. Demolition 100%. Plasteel is an important resource. An opportunity to acquire some should not be disregarded. I mean, we get the 100% chance, so we're probably going to do that. Exploring these caves no longer seems like a good idea, and the Lord Captain commands the squad to return to the voidship. Might as well go for the plasteel. The equipment struggles with the unexpected hardness of the rock, but after 3 watches, the squad manages to set up enough mobile extractiums to gather the coveted material. We gained 3 plasteel. Doesn't say we actually lost extractiums. The noise and vibrations caused by the instruments have disturbed strange currents inside the asteroids. A transparent viscous substance streams down from the porous walls of the cavern and slowly filling the caves. The squad's auspexes raise the alarm. A prolonged stay in these tunnels will undoubtedly result in the toxic liquid, destroying the gear and equipment. Despite this, the explorers suggest blocking the livelier streams in order to leave them with enough time to fill several canisters of the strange substance. Later, the Magi alchemists will no doubt be able to synthesize many useful chemicals from it. We could use agility. There's not enough data on the substance. The rogue trader orders the team to circumvent the toxin-filled tunnels to avoid risking their health and equipment. Awareness 100%. There's no need for haste. The explorers are to gather as much of the material as possible and transfer the find to the Magi alchemists for further processing. Or exploring these caves no longer seems a good idea. We'll use the 100%, no need for haste. Gather as much of the material as possible and transfer the find to the Magi alchemists for further processing. Long hours are spent carefully preparing for the collection of the materials and mapping the caves in this part of the asteroid. Carefully observing the flows of strange liquids, the squad succeeds in gathering several canisters of the substance while preventing any floods. While some soldiers return to carry the prize back to the surface, the rest continue moving towards the asteroid's heart. We gained chemicals and some experience. The explorers eventually reach the dry, surprisingly large caverns. A minute of respite is interrupted by a terrified scream. The squad is under attack. The tunnel's arches collapse, turning into nightmarish monsters resembling both worms and spiders. The beasts rush forward, yearning to tear apart the intruders, who disturb their rest. Ballistic skill, engage the monsters, or agility. Order the squad to run. We will engage the monsters. The gigantic horrors attack relentlessly, their powerful mandibles turning soldiers' bodies into bloody paste, but nothing can withstand the purifying light of flamers. Intrigued by the encounter with new xenoforms, the explorers noticed that their tough carapace concealed meat, both extraordinary and nutritious and surprisingly tasty. Without a doubt, future hunts of these creatures could feed a significant number of people, gain provisions and experience. The endless caverns eventually lead the explorers to the very center of the asteroid, where they are met with a yawning cavity of unimaginable size. The giant rock turns out to be housing the curved, shapeless buildings of an unknown xenorace. Fragile, built as if out of sand, an intriguing find awaits the squad in the long-dead city. Uncountable quantities of ugly totems made from crystal phlogiston are built into the walls of the most twisted buildings. What of the collection of the xeno totems? Phlogiston is too valuable to leave it here. Reasonable choice. It's only one phlogiston. Still, that's something. Phlogiston is tainted by xenofilth and must be destroyed alongside the city. Or the city remained untouched for eons, let it remain so. No. We're a rogue trader. We will harvest the resources. Preserving xeno remains doesn't particularly matter. One could argue it should be burned, but it's phlogiston. It'll get destroyed in the processing of whatever we're going to use the phlogiston to turn it into. With each crystal effortlessly removed from the dilapidated sand walls, entire blocks of the city collapse. It does not take long for the cavity inside the asteroid to fill with thick, dusty fog. Further recovery of the phlogiston from the crumbling ruins will take more time. Okay. And apparently that isn't phlogiston that we could actually harvest, because there's no extractium option. That's another rumor resolved. So then we'll want to head over here for a rare find. So 2 jumps. Yeah. Discovered that the smaller vats in Engine Hall 5, which should have been filled with wastewater, instead contain a liquid that looks like blood. Cool. Just normal warp things. We'll send out more holy gifts so that they can fight the invasion. Demonic eyes materialized and began slithering on the walls. That's fine. And you were saying that Foulstone needs us. Okay. Where was Foulstone? Was that here? Here. Okay, we'll be there soon. A rare find. Let's look at our quests. Prodigious has reported that a pirate voxcast was intercepted recently. Apparently one of the pirates in the Cradle of Kepri holds something quite valuable. Or one of the planets, not one of the pirates. Though if we do have a space battle we need to save beforehand. I think that's already explored. Both say that they're already explored. Alright, I don't know which one we're going to then. No, that's just an extractium. You're not telling me what you are. So I'm not certain that's where I'm supposed to go. It's just a landing place. This is a distress signal. Pirate voxcast was intercepted recently. One of the planets holds something quite valuable. We don't know which. So I guess we go down to both planets and see what we can find, because neither one is telling us that's where we're going. We've been here, I think. And if so, we've already explored it fully. So I think this is the one where we found... Yeah. Like xeno turrets and whatnot, and had a big battle here. They might just be reusing the map, but I'm guessing not. I'm thinking this is the location we've already been.
It's about time.
So let's try the other one. And hope that's what we're actually looking for. On the rocky world. Would be nicer if there was something here clearly pointing out where our quest was telling us to go.